So, welcome to the UChoose application process, the letting scheme that gives you access to affordable rented properties in the Southern Staffordshire and Northern Warwickshire. This video will guide you in filling in the application form so you can apply for affordable rented housing. It will also help you to make sure you know what you will need to complete the form to what happens next. The main way to complete the application form is by logging on to the UChoose website at www.uchoosehomes.co.uk. If you do not have access to a computer, there are free ones you can use at your local library, or you can be provided with a private computer at any partnership office. If you are having problem filling out your form, UChoose holds regular surgeries where you can get help and support filling it in. You can also get one-to-one advice on UChoose. You can find out more details by calling your local office. Before you begin the process, you will need to make sure you have the following information to hand. Number 1, confirmation of your current address and your national insurance number. Number 2, if you are pregnant, you will need to provide confirmation of when your baby is due. Number 3, if you are living with children, you will need to supply their name, age, and child tax credit awards and child benefit. Number 4, if you're applying to take up employment in any of the local authority areas for work purposes, you will need to provide a letter from your employer stating the number of hours you work. Number 5, you will also need to supply all the information from previous homes you have lived in for the past 5 years. If you rent privately, the name and address of your landlord is also needed. To decide your priority, UChoose uses a banding system. We look at your housing need and you will be placed in a band from that information you have provided on your application form. It's based on a scale from Band 1 Plus to Band 4, with Band 1 Plus being the highest priority and Band 4 being the lowest. If you are having any trouble with any of the information on the application form, click the question mark to see some more information. Keep a pen and paper handy so you can make notes of your application number and your password. You will need to make sure you keep these safe. This is the first of 11 sections that you will need to fill in. The boxes marked with an asterisk need to be completed. The boxes that look like this need to be clicked on, revealing some options. For this section, you will need your national insurance number. This can be found on a card like this. It can also be found on any state letters such as child benefit, income support or pension credits. You can also supply an email address which will look something like this. Once you have completed the section, please press Save and Continue. This page will give you your application details. You will be given a username and a password. Please make note of these for a later date. After you've made a note of these, you will need to click on the link at the bottom of the page to continue with the rest of the application form. This section is to find out where you would ideally like to live from a selection of 8 different areas. They are East Staffordshire, Lichfield, Cannock Chase, South Staffordshire, Tamworth, North Warwickshire, Nuneaton and Bedworth, and Rugby. Depending on which area you choose to live in will determine which landlords you can choose from. Home Zone Living, Cannock Chase Council, Nuneaton and Bedworth Borough Council, North Warwickshire Borough Council, South Staffordshire Housing Association, Trent and Dove Housing, Rugby Borough Council, Tamworth Borough Council. Your lead landlord will check your application and be your point of contact throughout the application process. The final page of section 2 asks you if you are interested in other housing options. The descriptions for these can be found on the help section of the website. Your lead landlord can also send you additional information on these. Section 3 gives us details on how we can contact you. You will need to fill in your current address, contact details, and choose the best method we can get in contact with you. The following page asks if you are subject to any immigration controls. You need to make sure that you meet all the criteria. If assistance is needed, you need to contact your lead landlord. UChoose needs to find out about your current home, from the number of bedrooms your home has, to if you have central heating. Please complete how long you have lived in your current property and also what type of property it is. After completing, you will be directed to tenure type. If you are unsure about your tenure type, click the question mark next to the drop-down box to find out more information. If you are in private rented accommodation, you will need the name, address and telephone number of your landlord. If it is a housing association or a council property, you will need the full name of your landlord. The final part of section 4 is where you can tell us about your current home, like if you have had the property adapted or needs repair. It is important for us to know how many people live with you currently and will be living with you in the future. Also, if you are currently pregnant, where it asks for a date of birth, please provide your estimated due date. You will need to fill in all the boxes and drop down menus and then click Save for each person you wish to add. It is important for UChoose to know your current circumstances. This means we can help you make the right choices. Please make us aware if you are homeless or potentially could be, and if you have a medical condition. This will help us to decide on your priority and also ensure we can give you the best advice. Your lead landlord will supply you with a medical questionnaire if needed, and this will be sent to you at a later date. If you have problems getting around the house, whether it's climbing the stairs, getting into the bath, or needing handles to help with balance, click Yes for the level access requirements. If you receive support from local agencies such as social services, an occupational therapist or a community psychiatric nurse, you will need to supply their information such as name and contact numbers and how they are supporting you.